Are you planning on traveling to Nigeria anytime soon, but you don't really know all the things that you need? Girl, I was in Nigeria just last September 2021, and I just traveled back about a week and a half ago, and already protocols have already changed. If you want to know the new protocols and how to survive Lagos airport, keep watching this video. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miatta Sandi, and here on my channel I talk about faith, fashion, and lifestyle. And today I just wanted to quickly bring you guys some new updates on traveling to Nigeria, the new updates, all the things that you need. So yeah, let's get started. So first things first, I'm gonna get straight to the point, and you guys are gonna thank me for that. You can thank me later. Okay, so first thing first, you're gonna do what I always say, even in my last video, you're gonna need your PCR test. They don't take anything other than PCR test, okay? So you're gonna need to take your PCR COVID test before you travel, and it needs to be negative in order for you to board your airline, your airplane and travel, okay? But now, what Nigeria is now doing? At first, they were saying 72 hours is what they're giving you for the COVID test to be to still be considered active. So when it comes to their policy, when I first went last year, it was 72 hours for your COVID test to still be active. So now they changed it from 72 hours to 48 hours. The good news is, for those who are fully vaccinated, you do not need to get a PCR test in order for you to get to Nigeria. However, if you're transiting, right? Let's say, because what I did was I traveled from here to Egypt, then from Egypt to Nigeria. So Egypt airline required me to get a PCR test in order for me to board the airplane. But check your airline to make sure, you know, they're cool with just vaccine, like your vaccination card, or they need a PCR test. From my knowledge, most airlines are requiring PCR tests regardless if you're fully vaccinated or not. Now, when you're arriving in Nigeria, they're saying if you're fully vaccinated, you do not need a PCR test. So maybe your time of 48 hours could even have been up by the time you get to Nigeria. They're fine with that. So long as you're fully vaccinated, you'll be all right. They'll just take you in with no hassles whatsoever. But for the ones who are not fully vaccinated, they're giving us 48 hours, okay? From the time you take your COVID test to the time you land in Nigeria, it's supposed to be 48 hours. Anything more than 48 hours, you may have to quarantine or pay another fee in order for you to get in. So what I did this time around, I took my COVID test the day before I traveled. Last year I took it the very day of, but this time around I took it the day before I traveled, and I got there. It was like 22 hours, my flights. 22 or 48 hours. It wasn't even up to 40 hours, so I was still good anyway. So make sure you get your PCR COVID test. Check your airline. More than likely, they're going to require that. If you're unvaccinated, 48 hours. Okay? 48 hours is what you need. If you're fully vaccinated, all you need to do when you get to Lagos Airport, just show your vaccination card and you will be good to go. Another thing that they did, oh my Lord. Another thing that they did in Nigeria, newest protocol, when you come in, at first, you guys remember when I first went the first time, once you first get into Lagos, they'll give you 7 days. After 7 days, you have to take a COVID test. Yeah, you have to go take a COVID test, you know, just for them to verify that you didn't come into the country with COVID. Now, do you know what they're doing? When you get to Nigeria, they give you 2 days. Then you have to go get your COVID test. After that 2 days, they give you 7 days after that. After that 7 days, you have to go take another COVID test. Now, if you're staying in Nigeria more than 9 days, 7 plus 2, you have to take another COVID test in order for you to leave the country to come to your country. Can you imagine that? And when you ask them about the money, they will say 45K. Are you kidding me? Are you joking? Calm down. So that's the newest update, y'all. COVID test is required on the 2nd day and on the 7th day. Now, you have to use wisdom. I went there this time for 14 days. I only took the COVID test for the 2nd day and the 7th day, and I was able to come in. If you want to know how I did that, so apply for me 50 new subscribers and I'll tell you how about that. But no, for real. So on the 2nd day, I went for my COVID test. So day 2, I couldn't do it because you're just landing. You want to rest. I mean, I didn't do it for the 2nd day, but just like how I communicated with you guys last time, if you cannot go take your test on the 2nd day, always call them and communicate. Mind you, when you're filling out the portal is another thing that you have to do. After you take your PCR test, you're ready to go. The second thing, before you even get your boarding pass to board into that first flight to Nigeria, you have to go on Nigeria's portal. This is the link. You log into this website and you register. Once you register, you pay, you upload your negative COVID test, then you receive your QR code. The QR code signifies that you have paid. So when you get to Lagos, Nigeria, on day 2 testing and day 7, you're not supposed to pay. If anyone asks you to pay, they're doing criminal behavior. Okay? So you go on the portal and you fill that thing out. You cannot gain entrance into the country without that portal documentation. I repeat, you cannot not get into that country without going to the portal, uploading your negative COVID test, paying and receiving your QR code. So those are the 2 new updates when you get to Lagos Airport. There's nothing really else. Okay, let me explain to you guys the dynamic of the testing. So day 2, I couldn't test. Instead, I called them and communicated, hey guys, you know, jet lag, I cannot come in today. I have a lot to do. Can I reschedule? They say, okay, give us a date and you can come in on that day. I literally went to take my COVID test. My day 2 COVID test, I took it on the 7th day. And then when I was ready to leave, I then took my 2nd test. And that was the test I used to come back home to the USA. One just has to use wisdom. I'll leave it at that. Okay? So I said this video was not going to be long. So those are just the 2 new updates that you need. Your PR test, fill out your documentation in the Nigeria portal, and you should be absolutely good to go. All right, you guys are most welcome. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Thank you for subscribing. Kindly share this video with anyone who is traveling to Nigeria, who needs some information. And I'm sure this video will be very, very, very much helpful to them. As always, I love you guys, but Jesus loves you so much more. And until next time, you have an Unrivaled day. Bye, guys.